At least 9 states, including New York, Kansas, Pennsylvania, and Oregon, say they're starting to send full SNAP food assistance benefits. But the 42 million Americans who rely on SNAP are still in limbo. In Cleveland, Ohio, 75-year-old Diane Howard gets just $63 a month in SNAP benefits.
Open up the government.
Peace, you know who this is. Family, there's an emergency situation going on. I'm just going to play this clip real quick and I'll be back with the rest of the article. Because as you can see, Trump is now trying to make states that have given people partial or full SNAP benefits take it back.
Overnight, a Supreme Court justice temporarily blocking an order to release fully funded SNAP benefits. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson's order, coming after the Trump administration appealed a decision from a federal judge who ordered them to pay up. The temporary pause gives the appeals court more time to weigh the legal arguments in the case. Attorney General Pam Bondi posting, a single district court in Rhode Island should not be able to seize center stage in the shutdown, seek to upend political negotiations, and dictate its own preferences for how scarce federal funds should be spent. At least 9 states, including New York, Kansas, Pennsylvania, and Oregon, say they're starting to send full SNAP food assistance benefits. But the 42 million Americans who rely on SNAP are still in limbo. In Cleveland, Ohio, 75-year-old Diane Howard gets just $63 a month in SNAP benefits.
Open up the government so seniors like me and others and people that have children can eat.
And she doesn't know how she can celebrate the upcoming holidays with her family.
Thanksgiving is coming up. I don't know. I'm just praying.
Meanwhile, Democrats are offering to reopen the government if Republicans agree to extend Obamacare subsidies for 1 year to prevent healthcare insurance premiums from skyrocketing for millions of Americans.
Democrats are offering a very simple compromise.
But Republicans dismissing the offer.
Of course, that's a non-starter.
Our Democratic colleagues are asking me to do something I cannot and will not do.
And overnight, former President Joe Biden blasting the Trump administration.
Now we have a president who's deliberately making hunger worse for Americans. It is a disgrace. It's immoral. It's wrong. Simply wrong.
As you saw, family, this is disgusting and this is disgraceful. But as you saw in the clip, states are starting to pay it out. But now, and as you can see in this article, the Trump administration is starting to tell states that have paid out and are planning to pay out to get that money back. Trump administration demands states undo, see what that word says? Undo full SNAP payouts as states warn of catastrophic impact. States including New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin have been moving swiftly to release SNAP benefits to residents. Because I don't know if they made it clear in that video to people that there was a judge ruling that said that Trump had to pay out SNAP benefits partially. Then the next week, the judge ruled, I think it was the next week or a couple of days later, the judge ruled that he had to pay them out in full. And once that ruling came out, some states began to start paying people out. Well, the Supreme Court just ruled that Trump doesn't have to pay out. So now the Trump administration is demanding all the states that went ahead and followed those initial court rulings for partial payments or full payments to get that money back, as you can see. And this happened today. Washington. President Donald Trump's administration is demanding states undo full SNAP benefits paid out under judge's order last week, now that the U.S. Supreme Court has stayed those rulings, marking the latest swing in a seesawing legal battle over the anti-hunger program used by 42 million Americans. The demand from the U.S. Department of Agriculture comes as more than 24 states warn of catastrophic operational disruption if the Trump administration does not reimburse them for those SNAP benefits they authorized before the Supreme Court stay. Why that is so devastating? For all y'all who don't know how food stamps work, states will authorize the payments, right, to the individuals, right? And then people go to the store and spend it, right? And then when they spend it at the stores goes to the government to get actual cash. And the federal government is the one who gives them the actual cash to give the people. What's going on now is that the federal government is saying that they're not going to give the states the money. So the states is like, well, you got to do that because how are we going to pay back the stores? Because the stores already accepted the food stamps. People already got their stuff. So now when the stores come to the state government for the cash, we ain't gonna have the cash to give them if y'all don't give us no money. Because that's how cashing in food stamps even work too. Like if you want to know like how do people make money cashing in food stamps, like you go to the store will give you cash, like say $50. You say they let you and you give them your card, you let them run the machine. They say that you spent $100 in the store. They then take that receipt to the government, and the government gives them $100 in cash. So they gave you 50, but they ended up with 100. So the states are like, we don't have enough money to cover that. And Trump is like, oh well, that's on y'all. Y'all better reverse those food stamps from people, and y'all better figure out how to pay those states, pay those stores that already took the food stamps for this month. Disastrous. Nonprofits and Democratic attorney generals. You see how that says Democratic? The only people fighting for the people, the Democrats, not the Republicans, sued to force the Trump administration to maintain the program in November. They won the favorable rulings last week, leading to the swift release of benefits to millions in several states. But even before it won a stay of, but even before it won a stay on those rulings through an appeal to the Supreme Court on Friday night, the Trump administration balked at reimbursing states for the initial round of SNAP payments. Wisconsin, for example, loaded benefits onto cards for 700,000 residents. But after the U.S. Treasury froze its reimbursement to the states, it anticipates running out of money by Monday. Democratic Governor Tom Evers' administrations warned in a lengthy statement on Sunday. Oh man, this is bad. And now look, that's going to encourage states to not give nobody nothing if they because they don't want to be in Wisconsin's situation. A lot of states don't want to be in these other situations where they gave all that money out and now they ain't getting no money in the back end, and now they still on the hook. The lack of money could leave vendors unpaid and trigger escalating legal claims, the state warns. Because, like I said, once they take the food stamps, they go to the state to get the real cash. Now the states are going to say, we don't have no cash to give you. Now what? Now you think Walmart and all these other places are going to be left holding the bag? States could face demands to return hundreds of millions of dollars in the aggregate. The filing at the First Circuit Court of Appeals said that situation would risk catastrophic operational disruption for the states, with a consequent cascade of harm for their residents. The filing concludes. That filing arrived at the Department of Agriculture on Saturday, told states it would now consider any payments made last week to be unauthorized. So if you they are somebody who got some stamps or something like that. I personally, if I was you, I would spend them because you never know when you're gonna get stamps again. They might try to even take them back. Some places might even stop accepting them altogether. And this government shutdown ain't gonna end no time soon. It might even go into the new year. So I suggest you buy some shelf stable food, like buy rice, buy beans, buy chicken. You can do so much, like especially quarter legs, especially like regular white rice and just like the canned beans or dry beans. You can make so many different meals with that. So many different meals. Like you'll never go hungry and you'll never have to worry about bad food. Like you can eat quality food with just that. You just got to learn how to cook. That's all. To the extent states sent full SNAP payments filed for November 2025, this was unauthorized. Patrick Penn, Deputy Undersecretary of Agriculture, wrote to state SNAP directors. Accordingly, states must immediately undo any steps taken to issue full SNAP benefits for November 2025. Evers issued a quick response to the Trump administration's demand. No, the governor said in a statement, pursuant to and consistent with an active judge order, Wisconsin legally loaded benefits to cards, ensuring nearly 700,000 Wisconsinites, including nearly 270,000 kids, have access to basic food and groceries, Evans said. After we did so, the Trump administration assured Wisconsin and other states that they would actively work to implement full SNAP benefits for November and would complete the process necessary to make funds available. They have failed to do so to date. And that's the end of the article, family. This is crazy. This is crazy. Like the Trump administration does not have to do this. One, because again, like I just read to you, the courts ordered this. The states that gave the money out was in compliance with a court order. All right, the Supreme Court said stop. They stopped. But you should still supposed to pay them for the money that they already gave out. And you have access to funds to do so. You are choosing. Because remember, just because the government is shut down doesn't mean they don't have access to funds for the sole purpose of keeping food stamps afloat, keeping SNAP on, even though the government is shut down. The Trump administration is maliciously choosing to not release those funds. And now they don't even want to release the funds to the states that gave out the payments in compliance with a court order. They were in compliance with the court order. It wasn't like they did it after the Supreme Court said no. They did it before. So you owe these states that money. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Like, share, subscribe, drop me a comment, tell me what you think. Thank you for watching to the end. Give this video high points if you can. Family, I'm fixing the join thingy because, again, like about the prices being out of whack, I'm fixing it. So I got a new tier system. It got levels. It's called levels. So you go to that and subscribe to that if you want to subscribe. If that's how you want to support the channel. If you don't want to support the channel like that, likes will be fine. Also, you can PayPal me, Cash.app me, or hit the super thanks. Don't use the super thanks if you don't want people to see it. You can do it just for the love of the game. If you don't want to do it for the love of the game and you want me to do something for you in exchange, I'll do that too. Like make a video for you. Remember, PayPal, Cash.app, super thanks. Also, follow me on my social media sites. You can DM me. My DMs is always open. You can email me. And make sure you hit that bell. I want to say that again. Links will be in the description box below in the pinned comment. And on that note, family, peace.